On this channel, we have covered a whole bunch of different stocks, a few of those being in a very specific industry, and that being the electric vehicle industry. We've gone over Hyliion, we've gone over Workhorse, we've gone over Tesla. And with that being said, I did want to introduce another company to the channel. You know, this is a company I've had my eyes on for a while now. They made some massive shockwaves through the market, some shockwaves through society in general recently, and I'm very, very excited to bring them to the channel. This mystery company, of course, from the title is NIO. I think NIO is a phenomenal company with a lot of potential, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. If you guys are excited about me adding this, this company and this stock to the channel, if you're excited about some NIO content, you can always let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. If you have any suggestions, comments, news, feedback, anything like that, definitely leave it down in the comment section below. I always reply there and I check them every single day. But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's dive into NIO stock. Let's get this going on the channel and let's talk some NIO. NIO is an electric vehicle maker that has gone absolutely bananas this year. They are based out of China and they have done some phenomenal things out in China that have gone, drawn some comparisons to the likes of Tesla and many other electric vehicle companies. They are among the best and they are already starting to make massive waves throughout the world. Now, the crazy thing about that is they are still pretty new. This isn't a company that's been around for very long and they haven't necessarily been in major production as they are now. And so it is very, very amazing to see them doing this well so fast. Now, this company has drawn, comparisons to the likes of Tesla. People are saying that this is the Tesla of the East, that this company can compete with Tesla and that they can do the same numbers, if not more than that, especially in countries, continents like Asia, Europe, etc. So it will be super duper interesting to see how that does, continue to play out. I don't believe that they are at that same level of Tesla yet. I think Tesla's a little bit more spread out worldwide. Tesla even has its own stuff going on in the East, but it is interesting to see that NIO is starting to compete and has, established itself as a true competitor with Tesla. After selling 75 million of its US shares, we saw NIO run from around $13 all the way up to $57.20. Now, within the last month or so, we have started to see NIO's stock price take a little bit of a pullback. It'll take a little bit of a break. It's gone as low as $40.90, but it is currently sitting right around $55.98. This month, it is currently down about 8%, but it is still up a massive 143% over the last 3 months. Now, if you thought that number was impressive, being up 143% in 3 months, take a look at this number. NIO is currently up 1,775% in the last year alone. How insane is that? Now, of course, this has drawn, this has come from a lot of interest from a lot of investors, especially after the selling of so many shares, so many, so much open interest in NIO itself, their car starting to be in production, the delivery starting to do well, the growth, the revenue, and all of these different things have caused this massive jump. But it has been interesting to see it take a little bit of a break. It shot up really, really far, and we're starting to see it slow down a little bit, maybe have a little bit of a pullback, and, kind of come back down to earth. Now, it will be interesting, of course, to see how far this does come back down. I don't think there's a set number, and I'm not really noticing any specifics that I think, okay, it's going to probably hit this number and then stop falling. I think it could continue to fall a little bit from here. It could bounce back up. We'll see how it does react to that resistance around the $40 mark. But one thing I did want to talk about in today's video are the reasons why I don't believe that if it does continue to fall, that it won't be there long. I believe that NIO is a very amazing prospect. I think it is a company that has a lot of potential in the long term, mid-term, and short term. And I think that this right now is a very amazing opportunity to buy it while it's starting to kind of slow down and take a break. So again, in today's video, we will be talking about a few catalysts, a few things that I believe can really, just make this stock outperform many, many others. I hope you guys did enjoy that little introduction in NIO. Let me know if you have any other questions about it. If you do want to get in contact with me, definitely let me know. You can hit me up in my Instagram. My investment Instagram is always in the description below, so don't forget to hit me up there. But with that being said, let's jump into a few catalysts, a few reasons why I believe that NIO can start to do phenomenal and will go into 2021 on a very good base. Now, one reason that I believe that NIO is going to continue to perform phenomenally, especially in the next year or 2 years to come, is because their numbers are still doing amazing. We have seen the market take a pretty big hit this year. We've seen some companies struggling a lot. We've seen some companies' numbers declining and still declining until some type of proven vaccine comes out. But this company in general, and this company in specific, has started to do amazing, especially over the last 8 months. For the last 8 months straight, they have nearly doubled their year-over-year numbers. This is a consistent and consecutive base in which they are doing better and better and better month after month after month. In October alone, they actually did go 100% year-over-year in deliveries in that month alone. This company is currently sitting at a 111% year-over-year return in deliveries, and they are doing absolutely amazing. To see that the interest in this company is slowly growing. Boom, 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 they're just consistently growing at an amazing pace. That people, the society, the consumers, they are starting to show open interest in NIO. Because that's the issue that I think a lot of companies have had recently. You know, there's some companies, let's talk about Hyliion. One issue I believe that with Hyliion is that, yeah, they have an amazing product, but the interest in it may not be there, right? General society might not necessarily care too much about Hyliion because not everyone drives a Class 8 truck. But whenever you look at a company like NIO who's putting out these electric vehicles that the average consumer may be able to access if they have the right money, that's amazing because we're starting to see the consumer, you know, the consumer base in which they may appeal to growing. But not only that, that appeals to investors as well. As an investor, when I see a company's numbers, their deliveries, especially as an EV company, when their deliveries are growing at such a rapid pace, when they're upping production, they're putting money in to just consistently put out as many cars as they possibly can to all of these consumers, it's a very, very clear sign that the company is doing well, the business is doing well, and that the future outlook could be phenomenal. Not only that though, I do believe that NIO can continue this. I think this is a pace that they can maintain for a few reasons. Now, one of the reasons is because they are reinvesting a lot of money to upping production. That's one thing that I have taken notice with some companies in the past is that they'll start to grow really fast and they outgrow themselves. They don't have the means to produce as much as the consumer is asking. Supply and demand is not equal. But whenever you look at a company like NIO, they are seeing like, oh God, like we have to put out this many cars. We have this many orders. We have to get this many deliveries. We want to continue. This is where we want to be in a year. So we have to continue to grow, continue to expand. So they're taking a lot of this money. They're, reinvesting a lot of this investment money to grow that production, to up production. And I think that that will benefit them in a long run as they do invest that money to create this big empire of NIO that could be unstoppable one day. Another catalyst that I do believe will rocket NIO in the future, especially this year coming up, is the growing electric vehicle market. As this year has come to a close, we can all say that this year has probably been one of the most important for the electric vehicle market. We have seen Tesla go absolutely off the walls. We have seen a lot of different states start to take notice of EVs, and they've noticed exactly the potential that the electric vehicle has whenever it comes to creating a greener environment. And we've just seen an overall consumer base just rapidly rise. The amount of people interested in electric vehicles has gone crazy over this year. So with that being said, that can be super duper beneficial to NIO. Because with this upping in interest, with this growth of the electric vehicle market comes regulation. There comes different things, legal things that can directly benefit a company like NIO. Now, I know they are out in China, but a good example is something here happening in the States with California. In California, there was legislation that was passed that bans the selling of gas-powered cars by 2035. Think about how crazy that is. That means that realistically in California, the amount of cars that get sold that are gas powered will be very, very small. It'll happen, of course, people always find a way. It will happen. But the amount of cars that are actually, being sold that are gas powered and not electric is going to be so slim that what does that mean? That means that the EV market there has to grow to be able to fill that demand. Supply must equal demand. And so it will be interesting to see as companies like Tesla, NIO, and all those other ones who produce electric vehicles take advantage of this legislation. This is only the beginning. There's other states already going through the legal, legislations, passing out regulations that will benefit, the electric vehicle market. But California was the first big one to make that big jump and to make that big wave. And I do believe that that is going to have a rippling effect over not only just, the states, but I think other countries will also start to take notice and take effect and start to agree with some of those terms. And we can really see the electric vehicle market just take over. Now, the reason I believe that these two alone could fuel NIO to do absolutely amazing in the next year itself, especially in 2021, is because if you do read some reports, if you start to check out all the analytics, a lot of analysts can come to the agreement that they can predict a growth of electric vehicle sales by 36% in 2021 alone. In 1 year, in the next year, we could see the growth and the global selling of electric vehicles by 36%. Now, take a second to think about the fact that Tesla is the big boy. Tesla's the big baller in this equation. But with a company like NIO, who's growing and, they're becoming relevant, especially in the East, think about how much they could take advantage of that and what effect that they could have on their business. Because NIO is a company who has proven that the more money they have, the more research they can do, and the better products they're going to release. The better products they release, the bigger the consumer base. So if we can see this up in consumer base, if we can see a growth of over 30% in a single year, what can that do for NIO? I think that can do amazing things. I hope that you guys did enjoy today's video. I only went over 2 of the catalysts because I did want to go a little bit in depth about NIO itself, and I also wanted to go over a few things as why I do believe they can grow in the future. If you guys did enjoy this type of video, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I would love to continue making, videos about NIO's company, NIO's stock price, my predictions, all those things. If you guys do want to see it, let me know in the comment section below. I always take notice there, and I get a lot of ideas from the comment section. If you guys did enjoy this video, if you stuck around this far, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing if you have not yet. With that being said, I'm back on the grind. As you guys can tell, I posted maybe like 2 or 3 videos already in the last 6 days. So I'm really been trying to get these videos out. I love the interaction. I love the support, and I love everything that you guys have done for me in my life. So thank you to everyone. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. I hope you guys do have a Happy New Year, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.